From YouTube slop, you earn. Made a good deal on a GPU, but that took a wrong turn. The seller was a fatherless sperm. Well, you live and you learn. Gets scammed, becomes poet. A bit of a friendly fire happened today. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about how I got scammed for 25,000 Indian dollars. That's like 5 rupees in USA. By a Facebook group named Gamers Nation, which has an insane following of 71,000 followers. Here is how it happened. I play video games a lot, and recently the games that are releasing are more demanding than an average looking woman, and my 1660 Super is holding on like my disintegrating underwear. I can still play everything newly released on like 30 FPS if I turn on all the upscalers at the same time, which is not a problem. I grew up playing Most Wanted at 15 FPS on my Intel Atom. I named my PP after that. The problem is making content. If I try to record a game like Marvel Rival or Windrose while playing, the game freezes. Massive stutters, lags, low FPS, sometimes it disconnects from the server. Basically, the game becomes unplayable. The footage you are seeing in the background is not the live gameplay, it's a replay. So I thought, why not start upgrading? So I started looking for an old gen GPU because the new ones are unaffordable, and the GPU that caught my attention was RX 6800 non-XT. Unreal value card right now on used market. Don't buy. I will talk about this card later. So the first thing I checked is the price. A new 6800 is going for more than its release MSRP. Can you believe it? It's going for 55 to 70,000 rupees, around 650 USD. You can buy a fucking brand new 9070 for the same price. These people are smoking thermal paste. Indian GPU market in a nutshell. And I was left with no option but look into the used market. And after what I saw, I feel like Helen Keller wasn't that unfortunate. There are more scammers on the internet than there are bots, and bots are also scammers. So I went to GameLoot, a somewhat trustworthy site for PC components. The price was too high and it was out of stock. In Game Nation, good price but out of stock. On OLX, which is like an Indian eBay, came across at least a dozen scammers. One of the guys I talked to literally ripped images from an already sold GPU on eBay. Now that's some actual Indian eBay shit. Luckily I reverse searched the images and I found out it was a scam and blocked him. But now the only place remained for GPU market was a retirement hub for NPCs, the good old Facebook. There are at least 1,000 groups just in India where people are actively buying and selling stuff online. The biggest one of them was cheapest PC parts in India by Gamers Nation. There is so much wrong with the name itself. Gamers Nation is an actual legit website for custom PCs. They also have a store with 4.7 rating. Now, I was convinced that this is the real deal. The group had a massive following of 71,000 people. It was active. I saw so many posts of people buying and selling stuff. The admin of the group was welcoming all the new people for joining. The posts were made by real people, although I don't know how many people that use Facebook are actually real. They also had the logo of Gamers Nation in their cover image. They had my trust. I mean, 70,000 following itself made it trustworthy for me. I think what happened is some people in the group were real. They were just actually trying to buy and sell stuff, not realizing the group itself is made by a bunch of scammers. Now, how I got in this group is another story. Let me explain to you how their whole operation works. You see, this group is private. You need an admin approval to join. Now, someone like me, stupid dumb will join any PC selling group without researching. We are gonna call these victims by the name Bob. A lot of Bobs make posts like this. I am looking for an RX 6800, 3070 or 7700 XT or anything similar in performance, and this is my budget. Then Mr. Kumar, this was the seller who scammed me, will approach you in the comment. Hi, available, DM me. And that's when they will get you in this group. He also told me that he was verified seller on Gamers Nation. then he will show you something more expensive than you actually want. Like he showed me an RX 7900 for 29,000 rupees, which is not even a too good to be true deal. The price is average, and it's average to not raise any suspicions. Then Jatin will say, let me check if it's available. They will make you wait, and it's more psychological than you think. Now while you are waiting, any person will start checking their profile, which I did. And what I found out made me believe in God. Exactly what I was looking for. A guy who buys, tests, and sells used PC parts. He had a picture of his store, address, and everything, which is probably not his. Also, his profile picture was him just sitting on a bike with the number plate. Now at the time, Bob thought no scammer will share their personal information. But again, it's probably not his. His profile also had about 15 posts of PC components, GPU, RAMs, entire builds ready to sell. These were group posts, not personal posts. Although the one thing I noticed is he was writing bump with a star mark in almost every single one of his posts comment section. I thought it probably means it's sold or someone might have dibs on that, but apparently it's some goofy Facebook thing which pushes the post back up so that more people can see it. So while I was investigating his profile, he messaged me the model of the card, picture of the card itself, a Furmark GPU benchmark, along with temps, remaining warranty, and the price. Bob was convinced, so he started bargaining. The deal settled on 23k plus 500 shipping. You see, Bob thinks he's smart. No way he's gonna pay full price to some random stranger. So he asks, how's the payment gonna work? Seller replies, you can either pay directly to me or we can do admin method, where the admin holds the money until the buyer sends a video of opening the delivery box. Now you might think Bob is pretty stupid if he pays this admin just because he has 71,000 followers and also has a successful business on the internet, which again, it's not his. You see, it took Bob 5 years to get 1,000 subscribers. Trial and error, different kind of videos, and only one of them worked. Eventually, he settled for Slop Farm. For Bob, seeing someone with this much following on a dead platform already puts that person on a pedestal. Dumbass Bob doesn't know followers can be bought. So Bob makes the transaction of 23,500. The seller tells him to expect delivery in 4 to 5 days. Fun fact, after 3 days, your UPI, not your bank account, can revert the transaction without launching a proper investigation. So 3 days is all you need to never get your money back. But just this morning, 28th of April 2026, 4 days after the deal, the admin account was gone. The seller and the group was still active though, until Bob asks about the admin. Then first, the seller disappears into thin air. Then the entire group with 71,000 followers also disappears, leaving nothing behind but bunch of Bobs. I don't know why I went with this Bob thing. I think I'm experiencing that psychological bullshit where I try to distance myself from stupidity. I didn't do anything stupid. Bob did. Fuck you, Bob. I hope you die from bone cancer. After that, I stumble across various posts about this group being ran by a bunch of scammers. Of course, I find these posts after getting scammed. The thing is, Facebook haven't banned them, and they keep coming back with different brand names to ruin everyone's lives. Facebook should also be liable to these massive scam operations. I mean, the whole marketplace is ran by just scammers. I still have their profile recorded, but these bastards might be using some random people's pic without their knowledge. They were still operating 4 days after they scammed me, and I don't even know for how long they have been scamming. Just think about how many Bobs got scammed because of the massive followings or names like Gamers Nation. I did reported them everywhere on Facebook, cybercrime, which doesn't even work most of the time. Last time I called them, they told me to go to the website. When I went to the website, it was down. This time, when I called them, they didn't even pick up. It rang for entire 2 minutes. Imagine calling them in the case of emergency. Luckily, the website was working. I filed every little detail and submitted. Let's be honest, nothing is happening. They will come back with a different brand name, different accounts. They will scam bunch of people again and disappear again and live a life of luxury. I also contacted bank. They told me they will respond under 90 days. Under 90 days, that group will scam at least 90 people. Nothing's gonna happen. It never happens. It never happened before. Maybe it's a canon event. Maybe it happened so that I can make this video and make that one person aware, and now he won't buy from Facebook. I don't even care I got scammed. What hurts is I was actually expecting the GPU upgrade. I was excited that I was finally be able to play newer titles and make videos about them. Watching hundreds of benchmark videos, comparing it to every single GPU. I was literally gooning to this shit. I was VRAM shaming my friend on Discord. Hey look, I just bought this GPU which has more VRAM than you. Fuck you. He has a 4070. I don't even have other hobbies. All I do is play games and make slop. There is not much I want to buy other than a better PC. Buying that GPU with my own money gave me a little shred of happiness. Maybe it was worth it. The funny thing is the deal wasn't even good. Gamers Nation was selling these cards for 18 to 20k. But like they are never on stock. 1660 lil bro. Just hold on a little more. I will retire you maybe in next 5 years. Ultimately, it's my fault. I'm pretty gullible, I know. I'm not even mad at Jatin Kumar here. He's just a hole that I fell into. But if I ever see this hole again, I swear I will put my hand on it and plant a C4. If you can take away anything from this video, it's this. Do not buy anything from Facebook. Number 2, if you are buying anyways, then ask for national ID, Aadhaar card or PAN card. If the name of the seller doesn't match the name on the ID, do not deal. Ask for tons of videos holding the product in hand, benchmarks, temperatures, everything. Video call if not sure. Don't pay in advance. Do not send goods in advance. Buying or selling doesn't matter. Ask for home address. Only meet and fuck. I mean meet and deal. And lastly, there is no such thing as admin deal. Admin will hold your money just forever. And this is a lesson worth 2 months of YouTube slop. Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. What I can talk about is the GPU itself. RX 6800. What is RX 6800? You might ask. It's a GPU that was far ahead of its time. If I tell you a GPU with similar performance as 5060 Ti or 9060 was released back in 2020 for the same price as these GPUs, would you believe it? The 9060 XT 16 gigs is currently going for 50,000 rupees. And back in the day, this GPU was also going for around 55k. At least in my country. Now, if you compare these two GPUs without ray tracing, it outperforms 9060 Ti in some games. But with ray tracing, it's like 20% slower, but who cares? Nobody likes ray tracing, right? 16 gigs of VRAM. The tech power-up says the TDP is 250 watts, but I haven't seen it going over 200. It goes over 200 only by a little much on overclocked versions. If you underclock it, it might run on 550 watt PSU. Don't do it though. Overclock it, it competes with 4070. How the fuck is this GPU from 6 years ago? I can run newer games like Crimson Desert at 1440p medium settings native resolution with 50 FPS. Pragmata at 80 FPS. Windrose, I couldn't find the benchmarks. It's a high-end 1080p or mid-range 1440p GPU in 2026. 6 years old GPU. What the hell? If you have this card, don't sell. You don't need an upgrade. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Mark Zuckerberg, bro, can you get these scammers out of your site, please?